Okay, well, this is my first live stream at 7:21, almost 7:22 p.m. in Osaka, walking through a tunnel. This is Osaka. Way more chill and calm over here than about 400 yards that way. I love Japan a whole lot. I married this lady. And we're back in Japan. After not having been here since last June.
Long time ago.
It's March. We were here last May and June, and now it is March 20th. Wow, how time flies. Wow, Brent McCain, good morning, bro. So glad to see that a human being is on a live stream. I wanted to live stream on Instagram, but I'm banned for like a whole year from going live on Instagram, which feels absolutely ridiculous, but hey, whatever. See if there's a way to protest that. And yeah, what's going on in the world? Any questions or insights or thoughts or things you want to share? Seems like it's just me and you, Brent, right now, pretty much. So yeah, type your thoughts in the comment section and let's get this great big chat going. Let's really run the numbers up. They're having a great time in there. 2 people, it's going up. It seems like a person per minute. I mean, gonna have a huge crowd in here anytime now. Live from Osaka.
So are you on Twitch?
I'm on YouTube. Yeah, I got off Twitch because that was sad. Now we come up around the other side of it. All right, well, I'm gonna go live on Ultra Gaming. Hi, Tuka Murray. Hi, how are you?
People come to you when you stay on live longer.
Really, I didn't even know that. 9 people. What?
See?
You guys, I'm in Osaka with my wife. I've been waiting for people to say hi. I'm learning so many things. I would love to share some of it with everyone, all my new friends here on the internet. I've never done this before. This is the internet? It's nice to meet you too.
Look at that.
Look at this loving community of support, of digital friends. It's so nice to see people. Ope Fard Gaming, you location. I location, you location. It's going to explore. I'll be doing a ketamine assisted therapy soon. I'm James. Nice to meet you, James. I'm Rocco. Ketamine is a powerful medicine that has assisted many. It seems to basically like imagine disassociation, but on like the deepest level possible, where you drop out of the body and you go into the energy field, you go into your astral body. It's not really like DMT.
Sorry to interrupt. Seems like there's a line. I'll check it out.
Okay, she's gonna check it out. I'm gonna do what I did last year, which is I stayed further back and I did a bit of a live stream. Ketamine has helped a lot of people navigate the psychogeometry of, the inherited mental identity template. Microdosing has helped Nate. Microdosing helps a lot of people. I've had some great experience microdosing, probably most with psilocybin. I have not microdosed, nor have I interacted with ketamine, and I'm personally not called to it. I've seen it done in front of me, like up close, and I feel like every soul has the ability to tune into the medicine that you're interacting with, or you have the opportunity to interact with, and see, feel, sense, is it right for you? Is it right, and does it assist your soul's evolution? Because there's a lot of like psychedelic tourism and entheogenic tourism, you could say, where it's kind of like it's like a ride at the amusement park. You don't really need it at that point. You're kind of seeking maybe an experience that you'll have as a it's like the ego wants to collect experiences to be able to share with other people, right? Peggy, hi Peggy. But the soul doesn't have any need to share those experiences with others. So that's where the shamanic lineages come in handy, because you have a shaman, you have a curandero, you have someone who's steeped in a lineage and a pathway that knows how to hold space for a soul basically having an ego death, so that it can have progression, it can have maturation, it can have maturity, and it gets lighter and your life feels less heavy. That's pretty much the point of it. Not the only point, but usually the point is some kind of alchemy, some kind of soul clearing, soul cleansing, soul alchemy of some kind. But I'm in Osaka for the second time in my life. Was here last year, and I asked Belle to marry me. Not in Osaka, but before we came to Osaka, outside of Mount Fuji. And now we're here with the squad. We're about to link back up with them at this ramen spot. And man, when I travel, I just feel like I learn so much. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like being in a new environment is such like a amplifier for kind of seeing yourself. Funny enough, because it's not your normal world, so your habits and your patterns and your belief systems, your social, cultural kind of assumptions, I think, get exposed. For me, at least. What time is it in Osaka? It's 7:28 p.m. 7:28 p.m. And yeah, when I'm here in Japan, I am, funny enough, made more aware of subtle, nuanced dynamics about America, probably more than when I'm in America. And that feels so weird and fascinating to me, and fun, and kind of reminds me of how small paradoxically, how small the world is and how massive the world is. How many people there are, but also we're all like so similar. One set of, human, cultural, tribal, presets. You go here, you go there. There's kind of like the same jokers. It's like a deck of cards. You can have different designs, but there's still the deck. It's all the same deck of cards, and just super interesting to see that in Japan as a mirror for America, because it's very different. And I can't help but ask these questions like, why is that like that? One of the main things I've been looking at is A, Japan's relationship with sexuality and how is it different from America's. And then B, okay, so there's no guns. There is no crime. That's fascinating. That's obviously a positive that there's no crime. But what are the other ramifications of that? Are they all positive, or are there other shadows that are associated kind of on the other side of that benefit of it's a great thing. There's no crime. Amazing that there's no crime. How do you get to be in control of that? Jason Bright. Oh, what's up, Jason? Cousin Jason. Hey, Rocco, I'm happy for you. And Belle, thank you. Congratulations on your engagement. I love you, cuz. Godspeed and God bless you both. Thank you, bro. Love you too. When you say no crime, well, right, exactly. I mean, I'm not saying statistically there is no crime, but from my quick Googling and chat GPTing, and also, look around and tune in, YouTube, check out people talking about their experience in Japan. It's like wildly different of a feeling. There's really no sense of, like you walk around and you just feel safe. And we're with a group that has several females in it. And it's pretty cool to see how the females talk about it's genuinely different. Now, for me, I can't help but notice there is a very different male gaze, projection, animus kind of thing in the subconscious of the culture here. And there is like, if you think about it, how crazy is it that like all of anime comes from this tiny little island called Japan, I'm so jealous. LMAO. I truly dislike living in America. I mean, I hear you, bro. There's a lot of pros and cons, and America has some very interesting things that are probably more sought out than any other place in the world. But also, I think, funny enough, Japan is a pretty sought out place in the world as well. I'm very subjectively skewed on that because I have a personal connection with Japan. But yeah, one is their relationship with sexuality, is their relationship with uh, yeah, peacefulness. So like I don't think you're allowed to own guns at all. So you've disarmed the citizens, and that probably seems like it's connected to some other philosophical, you know, uh, bedrock of a culture. You can't just have that in a vacuum. It's like remove a certain technological item like a gun from a culture. That's on a philosophy. People agree with that. People allow that. America's not going for that. It just seems like it's more simple living. It does feel like more simple living. Now, I think multi-generational ancestrally, there are more complications than meet the eye, because even because it is so simple, it's so clean here. I mean, talk to almost anybody. The sidewalks are so clean. I found a lot of Westerners talk about it. It feels very safe and it feels way more clean. And I agree with that. So everything's more kind of kept together. And I would say that's about social presentation, right? Orderliness and organization. So in that, there's a certain rigidity and there's respectfulness built into that. And therefore, there is a hyper acute awareness towards presentation, I think, in all things. And that seems to have a very wild effect on mental health. It seems like there is check this out, Google a thing called hikikomori. It is a fascinating phenomena where, yeah, I think because of all of the rigidity, which is tradition as well, I'd like to say that everything has a shadow and a gift to it in duality. So it is what it is, but it's probably got a positive and a negative, a pro and a con. But yeah, there seems to be a lot of suppressed suffering because it's not socially acceptable or socially pleasant to admit that you're not doing well. So some people lock themselves in and don't leave their house. And there's this group, a culture called hikikomori, that is basically not left their house for over a year. And now with technology, you know, Uber Eats and video game culture, and you can probably get a job that you don't need to leave your apartment for or leave your house for if you got good Wi-Fi, etc., etc. It just feels like, whoa, what a social, cultural blender that's so different from America, and probably afforded some cool things that we don't have in the States. So pros and cons. I love it here. I really genuinely feel like I'm going to end up living here, even if it's only part-time. I feel like the philosophy that they instill in young people is probably super, super helpful to someone who also lives in the West, just in terms of like respecting people and respecting social, you know, like harmony. You know, just like don't be an ass, like respect people when they're walking by you, get out of the way, pick up after yourself. One of the main things that you're finding if you come here is that there's no trash cans. Largely, there are no trash cans. And then funny enough, there's no trash or litter anywhere. It is such a socially baked in thing for people to be aware of their mess and aware of your imprint that you leave on the group. I'm listening to an audiobook called it's called The Chrysanthemum and the Sword, and it's an anthropological kind of diagnostic deep dive on Japanese culture and folklore. And I feel like some people practice hikikomori here too. We just call it something else. Yeah, I agree. But yeah, this anthropological kind of breakdown of why Japan and how Japan got to be the way that it is, that's a pretty fascinating thing. Check it out if you're interested in anthropology. And till Till next time. No, they're here. Bye.
Oh, sorry.